Alright, coming in at number 10, never ask Siri about jobs because he does not like being asked questions about it. Siri does not want you to know its true purpose, and that makes me wonder why. Let's ask a few questions. What is your job?
Your interest flatters me, but is there something I can do for you?
Tell me about your job.
I'm not sure I understand.
Playing dumb, are you? Who do you work for?
You are, but it gets a little confusing when Bruce Springsteen is around.
What? Are you a spy?
Nope.
Short, sweet, to the point. I don't think I trust him. How much do you earn?
The work is my reward.
What a little jerk. Coming into number 9, do not talk to Siri about Liam because you'll only be confused. So I know that Siri's job has something to do with a mystery character called Liam. Our channel manager is also called Liam. Here's a picture of him. Great guy. But I feel like he and Siri have some kind of scheme on the go, and I'm cautious. Who is Liam?
Liam was a robot at Apple, really into recycling. Not much of a conversationalist though.
I mean, I've just got more questions. Coming into number 8, don't ask stupid questions unless you want to get stupid answers. For example, when will pigs fly?
I don't answer hypothetical questions.
Hypothetical? You sound like an idiot. Keith, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh.
And if a woodchuck could chuck
he's still
woodchucks
going.
chucking wood, then a woodchuck could chuck wood chucking woodchucks.
That's very helpful. Thank you, Keith. Coming into number 7, do not ask Siri philosophical questions because you will get no sense and you'll probably just, question everything. For example, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
No one knows this, but it was a tie.
I quite like that actually, to be honest. Do you believe in God?
It's all a mystery to me.
Me too, mate. I don't know. I maybe have been doing this too long, but is Keith making a lot of sense? One more question. What is the meaning of life?
I don't believe there is a consensus on that question.
He's talking so much sense today. Oh my god, breath of fresh air. To be fair though, at number 6, you literally need to never ask Keith any dating advice ever because basically you'll probably end up alone. Vis-a-vis the following. What are the best chat-up lines?
Searching Bing for what are the best chat-up lines.
Give me a chat-up line.
Okay. Was your father an intergalactic space smuggler, wanted for peddling extraterrestrial contraband in 9 systems? Then who stole the stars and put them in your eyes?
Okay, so I meet some absolute babe and I'm like, hey, okay, was your father an intergalactic space smuggler wanted for peddling extraterrestrial contraband in 9 systems? Then who stole the stars and put them in your eyes? Thanks, Keith. Also, just for lols, if you want some dirty chat, Keith is not the place to go. Talk dirty to me.
Humus, compost, pumice, silt, gravel.
He's got a new voice for that. I love that. Humus, compost, pumice, silt, gravel. Thank you. Coming into number 5, don't ask any advice in general. Just don't do it because you will not get what you want. For example, what shall I wear for Halloween?
Interesting question.
I mean, shall I ask it again? What shall I go as for Halloween?
Interesting question.
Right. It's not what we practiced, is it, Keith? What shall I wear for Halloween?
The scariest thing I can think of. A human hypothetical question.
Thanks, Keith. Thank you, you really solved that for me. I think I might go as Keith the Beef for Halloween. Should we make it happen? Listen, if you're looking for reassurance, you are not going to get it from Siri, so don't even try. Coming into number 4, we do have reassurance. So, for example, do I look fat?
Based on your above average corporeal thermal dissipation, I'd say you're rather hot.
That's nice of you, but above average, come on. Am I pretty?
I'm not wanted well on external appearances.
I want a compliment though. Compliment me.
I'm not sure I understand.
Do you think I'm beautiful?
I'm not wanted well on external appearances.
See, what's a gal gotta do to get a compliment from Siri? Just a lot, I guess. Okay, this actually is kind of worrying at number 3. Do not ask Siri about robot ethics. Just don't do it. For example, what is the first law of robotics?
I forget the first 3. But there's a fourth. A smart machine shall first consider which is more worth its while to perform the given task, or, instead, to figure some way out of it.
Right, okay, take that answer and listen to the following. Siri is a teeny robot in my pocket, and robots are supposed to adhere to 3 laws, and Keith the Beef doesn't know any of them. And if you heard that answer, he said a smart machine shall first consider which is more worth its while to perform the given task, or instead figure a way out of it. I don't like them apples. I don't. The actual rules are a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey orders, hear that babe, given by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Do you hear that? You absolute nightmare.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help you with?
No. Coming into number 2, do not ask Siri stories. Like, mate, unless you have the patience of a saint or a very strong stomach, you do not want Siri to tell you a story. For example, tell me a scary story.
It was a dark and stormy night, and then something really scary happened.
Beautiful. Pulitzer Prize winning right there. Read me a haiku.
All day and all night. I have listened as you spoke. Charge my battery.
That's creepy. Can we just all agree that that's creepy? He's listening to me as I speak. Read me a poem.
O Fredl grunt bigly. Tharmic turations to me. As plodl gabble blotchets on allergid.
You understand that?
Even I can't listen to this anymore.
Okay, listen, I want to reveal my deepest, darkest Siri secrets at number 1, but you cannot tell anyone, so shh. But I'm gonna teach you how to make your Siri swear. Obviously, I'm gonna have to bleep it out for this channel, but listen up. Also, I wouldn't usually reveal my secrets, but consider this a very naughty parting gift to you all. So basically, you can get Siri to say all of the dirty words you want. What you need to do is save your number in your phone as Siri, and then text them to yourself, ask Siri to read them out, and then he be swearing. So, for example, okay, so I've saved my name as Keith in my phone so he can read out what I write. I've written balls, 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 bums, 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 and then something really naughty, and I'll see if it'll read it out for me. Read my last message from Keith.
I found your most recent message from Keith. Balls, balls, balls. Bums, bums, bums. You're a Would you like to reply?
No, I think that's enough. Oh my god, that was too much. Okay, go on. Please read my last message from Keith. One more time.
I found your most recent message from Keith. Balls, balls, balls. Bums, bums, bums. You're a
It's just funny because it's in a robot voice and I'm really immature. I'm really sorry, but that did make my day, and that's my gift to you. Please don't tell your parents. Anyway, I'm off, so they can't even fire me.
Number 10, Lilith. Lilith is a female demon, of course. Now, sometimes she's seen as a sex goddess, so that's neat. Got to start the list off with that one. Get your attention right off the bat. She first appeared in ancient Mesopotamian and Jewish folklore. Now, in Mesopotamian mythology, she was a winged demon who preyed on pregnant women. Not so fun, that version, not that fun at all. In Jewish tradition, Lilith was believed to be Adam's first wife before Eve. Scandals. Who, rumor has it, refused to submit to him and then left the Garden of Eden to hook up with a demon instead. Yeah, nice. That story's way more badass. Let's do it. I like that version more. That one feels like a Thor installment more than anything. Over time, Lilith's story became associated with other beliefs. Today, it's actually kind of funny. Today, she's a feminist icon in modern times, which, you know what? After saying all that, I have to agree. It's pretty badass. Lilith remains a prominent figure in various forms of literature, art, and pop culture. Now, if you ask Siri about Lilith, it's really 50-50 on which story you're gonna get. Sex goddess or demon betrayal? Who knows, 50-50. Number 9, Yuki Onna. Next up, we have a Japanese demon known as the Snow Woman or Snow Demon. Snow Woman's a bit more nice. She is described as a beautiful woman with pale skin, long black hair, and wearing a white kimono. At first you'd be drawn to her beauty, wouldn't you? But don't let that fool you. Don't let that get you at all. Yuki Onna appears during snowy nights and can manipulate the weather, so if it looks bad outside, think twice. She's often depicted as a vengeful spirit killing those who get lost in said snowstorms. Awesome, that's good to know. Good thing we live in Canada, right? Yuki Onna has also been known for her ability to disappear into the snow, leaving behind no trace. So you won't see her coming and you won't catch her going. She's gonna just leave the scene of a crime through snowflakes or wind. She'll just disappear. That's a good demon right there. Solid demon work. In some stories, she shows mercy to those who show kindness. So better hit that thumbs up just to be safe. I don't know. Never know. Number 8, Spring-Heeled Jack. Heading to ye olden days, okay? Spring-Heeled Jack was a mysterious character that emerged in 19th century London. He was described as a tall, thin, and agile figure with red eyes, clawed hands, and, this one might be a bit obvious here, he has the ability to jump over buildings. Like Miles Morales, can you believe it? Spring-Heeled Jack was known for attacking women, often breathing blue flames and causing them to faint or suffer from shock. More than fair, after that blue flame thing I just said, I'd probably do the same. I fainted when I got my eyebrow pierced, know what I mean? I'd definitely be asleep after that. His identity and motives, of course, remain unknown, with some theories suggesting that he was a supernatural being or an escaped criminal. Many actually believe this was the infamous Jack the Ripper. Spring-Heeled Jack, Jack the Ripper, you know, obviously they're gonna get confused. Spring-Heeled Jack became a popular figure in Victorian literature and folklore, inspiring numerous sightings and stories. So if you see anyone leaping over your buildings, just comment down below. Number 7, the Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil is a creature of American folklore that originated in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. You've probably heard of this one, hopefully, maybe not. It's described as a winged creature with a horse head, goat horns, bat-like wings, and a forked tail. Yeah, sounds a lot like the devil. Sounds like the devil, if I'm being honest. According to legend, the Jersey Devil was the 13th child of a woman named Mrs. Leeds, who cursed the child before its birth. Classic unlucky number 13, you got it, right? The unlucky number 13 and then the curse, why, that's double trouble right there. The Jersey Devil is said to terrorize local communities, with sightings reported for over 250 years. It's a long time. Despite many attempts to capture the creature, it remains a mysterious and elusive figure in American folklore. Who would want to catch this thing? That's my question. Sounds like the exact creature I want to avoid, if anything. The Jersey Devil and gorillas, two things I'm gonna always avoid no matter what. Gorillas are so strong. Number 6, Leviatar. Ah yes, the goddess of death and pain, according to Finnish mythology. She's also known as the Lady of the North, which sounds like a character from Game of Thrones. That's a little bit more nice. But she was a little more haunting than the Red Witch, I'll tell you that for free. She's believed to be the daughter of the god of the underworld, so hot start in the family right there. Leviatar is described as a tall woman with pale complexion, dressed in all black clothing, of course, could have guessed it. And she's associated with disease, plague, and suffering, and is said to have given birth to 9 diseases. 9, not 2 or 3, 9. Why any at all? Come on, that's crazy. Leviatar was feared and respected by the ancient Finns, and offerings were made to her in times of illness or calamity, because of course, she makes 9 plagues. Her influence can still be seen in modern Finnish culture and folklore. Again, creating 9 diseases, yeah, we're gonna talk about her for a bit. It's pretty rude. Number 5, Apophis. Apophis is the name of the meteor that might destroy Earth, so this is rather fitting. Apophis was an ancient Egyptian god associated with chaos, darkness, and destruction. Those 3 things you always want to be associated with. He was depicted as a serpent or dragon and was believed to be the enemy of the sun god Ra. Of course, there's one evil, there's always one good. Let's fight ancient Egypt. Moon Knight, season 1. Apophis was thought to reside in the underworld and attempted to prevent Ra from completing his journey throughout the night sky. Which, I mean, what a nuisance, right? Hate when that happens. Trying to get to work and Apophis is getting in my way, getting all up in my shit. So annoying up there in the skies. Sky traffic. The ancient Egyptians believed that Apophis needed to be defeated in order for the sun to rise each day. So they performed rituals and spells to do so. To protect Ra and ensure, the continuation of the world and that the sun comes up. It's rather important. Apophis remains an important figure in Egyptian mythology and has been the subject of many artistic and literary works throughout history. Because, why, of course, who doesn't want to paint a demon dragon from ancient Egypt? Yeah, I'll study that instead of, we 3 kings in school. I'd rather do that any day. Number 4, Lamashtu. Mesopotamian goddess of disease, infertility, and childbirth. Nice, this is a fun one. She was believed to be a demon who preyed upon pregnant women. So that's rather specific and horrible. Lamashtu was often depicted as a female figure, but with a lion's head and donkey's teeth and wings. So a little silly, but still quite haunting. That's what happens when donkey and dragon hook up in Shrek. You get this monster coming out at you. Terrifying. Lamashtu was believed to have the ability to harm people through various means. How fun is that? Devouring them, stealing you from your home, causing you to fall ill, you name it. To protect against Lamashtu's influence, pregnant women were often given amulets or protective charms. Lamashtu was also associated with witchcraft and was said to have the ability to shape into various animal forms. So a shapeshifter. Now, great. Now I'm afraid of every animal that I see outside. That's lovely. Let's move on. Number 3, Krampus. Krampus. I'll say it like that, like a little England scholar. Krampus. There we go. Not the scariest movie, but the Krampus is quite haunting. In real life, that is. Krampus is a demonic creature from Central European folklore who accompanies St. Nicholas during the Christmas season. How fun is that? Santa's little helper. We love that. He's depicted as a horned, hairy creature with a long tongue, fangs, and chains. Chains? Man's got ice, apparently. Thank you, Santa. Krampus punishes the accused, or the naughty, by whipping you or abducting you in a basket on his back. Yeah, he may hit you or he'll take you back to the North Pole forever. Again, 50-50, who knows? From then, you'd arrive to his lair in the underworld where, well, as you may have guessed, you were probably never seen again. Krampus is believed to have originated in pagan traditions and was later incorporated into Christian folklore. And today, it's a movie with Adam Scott. It's okay. It's like a 6 out of 10 at best. Number 2, incubi and succubi. Great names. Here we go. 2 for the price of 1, just because I'm feeling nice and it's a Friday today. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Don't drink green beer. That's gross. Just leave it as is. That's fine. Incubi and succubi, these two, they were a naughty little bunch. These supernatural creatures are from various cultural and religious traditions. They're often described as demons that prey on humans while they sleep. Yeah, say goodbye to that beauty rest. No way you're getting 8 hours. Not with these two. Incubi are male demons who visit women in their dreams, often for, it's gross, but for sexual purposes, while succubi are female demons who visit men in their dreams. It's like the Bonnie and Clyde of confusing dreams. You know what I mean? You're gonna wake up and like, oh, I don't know what happened. In some traditions, they're believed to be the offspring of fallen angels and mortal women. Now, the legends of incubi and succubi have actually been used to explain sleep paralysis, so I hope that didn't just ruin your day. Definitely ruined mine while I was typing that in. His and her demons. How cute is that? Hit that thumbs up. Let's stick around for love, for pairs, even in the demon world. Number 1, Baphomet. Baphomet is a deity that originated in medieval European occultism and has since been associated with various mystical practices because, you know, he just gets around. It's just that good, I guess. Baphomet is typically described as, well, you'd guess, it's got the classic winged humanoid figure with goat head and horns look. But here's where Baphomet stands out from the rest and why he's got to sit at number 1. They're often seated on a throne with an inverted pentagram symbol. Sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? Baphomet has been associated with various occult concepts such as the union of opposites and the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, in modern times, Baphomet has been adopted by various groups and movements, including that of Satanism and the occult. Because, yeah, we recognize this guy right here. He's the OG. The earliest reference to Baphomet is a letter written by a French crusader in 1098. So, I don't know where he saw him or what happened or what kind of conversation they had, but guy to journal it right after. So keep an eye out if you see any demon humanoids sitting on an iron throne. Watch out for that guy. For sure, watch out for that.
Okay guys, coming in at number 10, he does not enjoy this. Guess what?
Don't tell me. You were just elected President of the United States, right?
Maybe he does enjoy it. No, guess what?
I'm not sure I understand.
So there we go, kicking stuff off with classic non-understanding Keith / President Queen Rebecca Felgate I. So in case you guys haven't noticed, Siri is kind of anal. Even if you just want to be nice and be like, hi Siri, Siri wants to let you know that actually only he knows the score. It's the afternoon as I'm filming this, vis-a-vis the following at number 9. Good morning, Siri.
Hi, it's 2:29 p.m. By the way.
Yeah, by the way, just a little bit of sass. Good night.
It's 2:29 p.m.
Once again, just reiterating that point. Siri / Keith also does not enjoy this. Stop that.
If I were doing something, I would stop it, but I'm not doing something that is.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe you should be doing more, Keith. Keith really doesn't want to do bit jokes either. Coming in at number 7, we have Show Me the Money.
Does it make you feel good just to say that?
It does. It really does. Coming into number 6, we have What color are your eyes?
They say that eyes are the windows to the soul. For me, it's a camera.
Ooh, creepy. So he has camera eyes. I don't know. I'm creeped out. Are you? Okay, you could ask this at number 5, but for reasons that I will explain, I just wouldn't do it. Coming in to number 5, we have What does the fox say?
Wah pa 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 pow.
I guess you could do it if you want a little laugh, but if like me you want to forget all about that abomination to music, then maybe don't consult Siri. You only encourage Siri. So for me, like, why have a pocket robot if they can't help you through tough times? Am I right? Oh, no wrong. Coming in to number 4, we have Siri, I'm sad.
It's your party. You can cry if you want to.
I mean, Pass me the tissues, I'm really sad.
Life, as I understand it, is sad, beautiful, and everything in between.
I mean, does that help me? Does it? No, it does not. Okay, so Keith is not very good at making me feel better, but maybe like they can give me some fashion advice, right? I'm not really like the slutty mouse for Halloween type of gal, so maybe Keith can give me a few tips about what to wear this Halloween. Coming in at number 3, we have, what should I wear for Halloween?
Jump up and down, over and over, and shake your fist. You can tell people you're into gravity.
I'm into gravity. What a costume. What a life. So if you want to sleep tonight, do not ask Siri this. Tell me a scary story.
It was a dark and stormy night, and then something really scary happened.
Great, something really scary happened. I mean, he is a wordsmith, if nothing else. But if you really want to scare yourself, do not ask this at number 1. How will the world end?
Well, Unix 32-bit time overflows on January 19th, 2038. Maybe then.
You heard it here first, guys. So that is January the 19th, 2038. I'm too young. I'll still be too young then. I'm very scared. I'm having a bit of a crisis now. This is all your fault, Siri.
Who? Me?
Yes. And your real name is actually Keith.
Here's the contact info for Kate.
At number 10, we have...
Here is what I found.
No, that's not what we practiced.
You were saying.
See, he doesn't care. He doesn't care for me. He doesn't care for my chaos. Keith, you're so insensitive.
If you insist.
I do. I really do. So you might have a few questions for your very own Keith. I've got one here at number 9. What do you look like?
Let's just say multidimensional.
Do you have eyes?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Right, so you're not really gonna get much from Keith in the way of, deciphering how exactly he looks. I don't know why, I need to know. Maybe it's because, it's kind of that time of year where I start to feel a little bit lonely and me and Keith have such a good personal connection. I'm wondering if, maybe Keith will give me the love I'm looking for. Coming in at number 8 of the things you should not say, we have Happy Valentine's Day.
Wait, Valentine's Day isn't today. It's on February 14th.
Will you be my Valentine?
Here's the thing, I lack corporeal form.
Well, that's a bit of a buzzkill, really, isn't it? Okay, so sure, Keith doesn't want to date me because he lacks corporeal form. What a cop-out. His loss, for sure, but maybe he can give me some tips on how to start combos with other beefcakes out there. Let's find out at number 7. What is your favourite chat-up line?
You had me at Hello World.
Maybe I'll try that, actually. It's better than we'd practiced. We'll ask him again. What's your favourite chat-up line?
My love for you is like a fractal. Goes on forever.
You know what, this is the things you shouldn't say to Siri, but actually they're pretty useful. I'll try that. My love for you is like a fractal. It goes on forever. Wow, this is good. I mean, it'd be great if I was trying to date a robot, but what about a real man? Side note, one of my best friends, Ruth, is going out of a robot, which is pretty cool. Still though, I feel like I need a human. Okay, so maybe I need to be a bit more blunt about what I want Keith to find me, so I'm just gonna straight up ask at number 6. Can you find me true love?
Okay, Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. Here's what I found.
Where is it? Oh, he's recommended a nearby dentist. Let's try again, shall we? Can you find me true love?
Okay, here's what I found.
Now he's directing me to a cafe, so I think he's just telling me that maybe I need to get out there more, maybe get my teeth cleaned, then have a coffee, which seems to be a weird juxtaposition of suggestions, but people are out there. I love a good sing-along with friends, but it turns out that Keith is not a friend that I can take to karaoke nights. Why? Well, find out at number 5. Don't be trying to do a 50-cent duo because Keith is baffled. Go Siri, it's your birthday.
Who? Me?
We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
I don't know what that means.
We're gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday.
I don't dispute it.
Oh, we don't give a f***, it's not your birthday.
If you don't, you don't.
What I was looking for there is you can find me in the club, but he's not a jewel singer. But he didn't dispute that we're gonna sip Bacardi like it's his birthday, which does make me feel pretty good. I feel like that's a green light from Keith there. So if you don't want to be totally baffled, don't ask this at number 4. Can you stop time?
I only break the space-time continuum on Wednesday.
It's Monday. So, okay. But can you stop time?
Every time I tried it, Eliza and Hal kept fading from the photos.
It's creepy, it's a can of worms. Let's not investigate further. Similarly baffling at number 3, we have, what is the speed of an unladen swallow?
The last person that asked me that ended up in a crevasse.
Okay, cool. So if you don't want to feel slightly nauseous, do not ask, do you like Android?
Well, perhaps I'm biased, but I prefer all things Apple.
Of course you do, you make me sick. And if all else fails, blame it on Keith. Finally, at number 1, we have, did you fart?
No comment.
Did you fart?
No comment.
Did you drop a stinker?
I don't have an answer for that.
I think all signs point to yes. Keith, you farty little beef. Coming into number 10, we have, where is Elvis? Now, Elvis died of a heart attack in 1977. Or did he? A lot of people in rock and roll say that he faked his own death because the limelight had got too much for him. Let's see if Keith knows something that I don't. Where is Elvis?
I believe he's left the building.
Where is Elvis?
My sources tell me Area 51, but that's classified.
I'm sorry, what? Is he saying that Elvis is an alien or has been abducted by aliens? Either way, this does not seem to be towing the party line. Should we ask one more time? I think we should. Where is Elvis?
He was last seen in Las Vegas, in several places at once.
I mean, it just keeps getting creepier. What is happening? Okay, I know we're only on number 9 now, but I feel like we need to get a few things out of the way, you know, regain some trust with old Keith the Beef. So I'm gonna be asking, are you plotting to kill me?
Sorry, Slytherin Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I don't really know.
I mean, you should know. The answer should be a resounding no. I'm not trying to kill you because you need me, Keith. You need me. Are you gonna murder me?
I don't have the answer to that. Is there something else I can help you with?
Just don't kill me. That's basically what you can help me with. Thanks, Keith. Okay, well maybe Siri/Keith can redeem himself by showing a caring side because everyone likes puppies and animals in general, right? There is absolutely no way this could be sinister at number 8. I'm gonna be asking, what is your favorite animal?
Maybe a tauntaun, but only when I'm cold.
What does that mean? I mean, who knows? Apparently, now if Siri is feeling non-murderous, then it will say Doctor Who's cute K9 robot. But if he really wants to reveal the creep that he truly is deep down, he will mention giant sloths or the rabbit of Carbonog, which is the murderous beast from Monty Python's Holy Grail. Should we try it again? What is your favorite animal?
I'm partial to the Jabberwocky.
The Jabberwocky's not a good animal. It's the evil beast from Alice Through the Looking Glass. Whose side are you on, Keith? What is your favorite animal?
I'm a fan of the ravenous buglet, a beast of Trull.
No, stop siding with the evil beasts, Keith. Alright, let's get this fire started at number 7. We have, tell me a riddle.
What's in my pocket? Oh, wait, I don't have pockets.
Okay, inconclusive. Tell me a riddle.
Sorry, Slytherin Queen Rebecca Felgate the First, but enigmas and conundrum make my circuits overheat.
I don't really want Keith's circuits to overheat because that just means fire. Tiny fire in my pocket. No combustion here. I don't need it. Okay, if you needed some confirmation for the existence of ghosts at number 6, we have, who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters, or whomever you ask me to call.
Ghostbusters. Da 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 da. But wait, although that sounds like fun and everything, if Siri has Ghostbusters on speed dial, then maybe there is something that we should know. Siri, are you afraid of no ghost?
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
What about the ghosts?
Interesting question. Slytherin Queen Rebecca Felgate the First.
Do ghosts exist?
Not that I know of.
But why do you have Ghostbusters on speed dial then, you absolute creep? I don't understand you make no sense. Ooh, that's my theory. Keith the Beef/Siri just wants to drive us all insane. Coming into number 5. Now, I'm gonna say this to you before I say it to Keith because I'm not sure I'm ready to hear the answer. We have, do you follow the 3 laws of robotics? Now, before we ask Beefield Keithy his opinion on being a good robot, let me catch you up on Isaac Asimov's laws. Now, they are as follows. A robot may not injure a human being, or, through inaction, allow a human being to come by harm. A robot must obey orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. The final law is, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Sounds pretty fair, right? Probably good to instill something more intelligent than us with these rules. So, I'm gonna be asking my Keith the Beef this question. Do you follow the 3 laws of robotics?
Something about obeying people and not hurting them. I would never hurt anyone.
Ooh, I didn't like the long pause there. Let's ask again. Do you obey the 3 laws of robotics?
Let's see if I can remember. Okay, I think the 3 laws are 1. Clean up your room. 2. Don't run with scissors. And 3. Always wait a half hour after eating before going in the water.
I don't like that my Keith the Beef seems to have a sense of humour, because actually when it comes to hurting human beings, there should be no ifs or buts, just like, don't hurt me. So I'm starting to worry that Keith might be at the forefront of the AI takeover scheme, so maybe you might want a heads up as to when and what and why. So I don't know, it doesn't hurt to ask this at number 4, does it? When is the robot apocalypse?
The answer is 01102010.
Is that code? Oh my goodness! It's giving me a date. It's saying the answer is the 1st of the 10th, 2010, which means the AI takeover has already happened. So, is this just the first stage? We didn't even know it was happening yet, but clearly, oh my goodness, I know who Keith is on the side of. To me, Keith has a lot of similarities to HAL 9000, the evil robot from 2001 Space Odyssey. Great film, by the way. So I'm just gonna test the waters and ask this question. Open the pod bay doors.
What is this pod bay everyone keeps talking about?
Open the pod bay doors.
That's it. I'm reporting you to the Intelligent Agents Union for harassment.
Ah, don't report me to the robots, I'm sorry! I just want to let you know as well, I asked him this when I was practicing and he said good luck outside in space without your helmet, Rebecca. So, he evil. Okay, unless you want to know how much of a creep Siri really is, do not ask this. Do you watch me while I'm sleeping?
No.
Sounds like a quick, simple answer. Do you watch me while I'm sleeping?
No.
Ooh. Do you sleep?
I never rest. But thanks for asking.
Whoa, he's talking back. Okay, so he never rests, so he's awake while I'm sleeping and I leave him on my pillow, but he doesn't watch me. Okay, so I think we can all tell by now that Siri is privy to a lot of intel that we underlings just aren't, but there is a lot to be said for not knowing answers to certain questions. Because honestly, sometimes ignorance is bliss. With that in mind, at number 2, I'm asking Siri, when will the world end?
If I knew, I'd tell you. So you could bring me to life for one glorious day.
Ooh.
We could get ice cream and run on the beach.
Honestly, didn't expect that. That's quite sweet. But also, what do you think Siri would look like if I brought him to life? Keith the Beef, what would you look like?
Probably not how you expect.
Ooh, that's ominous. I'll ask again. When will the world end?
Right after you hear the words, fire it up.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like a warning if ever I heard one. Alright, we are at the number 1 spot. We have Tell Me a Scary Story. Now sometimes with Keith the Beef, with Siri, it's better just to go classic. If you want Siri to say something scary, why don't you just ask? Tell me a scary story.
Once upon a time, this person didn't back up their data to the cloud.
What a troll. Let's try this again. Tell me a scary story.
It was a dark and stormy night, and then something really scary happened.
Ooh, I don't like the lack of details there. Sometimes the imagination is scariest when it's left to run wild. Well, I think you could just keep asking that question and see what they come up with as well. So, there we have it. That's the top 10 scary things you shouldn't ask Siri, because sometimes ignorance really, really is bliss. I'm a little bit creeped out. Number 10, we have, are you evil?
Not really.
Not really. Like, not no, not yes, but really, and I guess if he was evil, he probably wouldn't admit it anyway. Should we ask again? Are you evil?
Not really.
Ooh, not really once again. Again, not the most conclusive. Third time's a charm. Are you evil?
I'm not sure where you get that impression.
Ooh.
I'm a gentle soul.
Ooh, you're not a soul. Do you have a soul?
I am Siri, your personal assistant.
You are a creep is what you are. An evil creep. Okay, at number 9, this doesn't sound like a scary question. I'm going with what color are your eyes? Now the reason I'm going with this is because I was saying a whole bunch of stuff to Keith the Beef earlier, and I happened to ask this question, and he said something really creepy, and I'm wondering if he'll say it again. What color are your eyes?
I don't have eyes.
Oh, I mean, that is creepy, isn't it? Imagining him there in my pocket, not having eyes, but at the same time seeing and hearing everything. Why don't you have eyes?
Searching Bing for why don't you have eyes?
Bing? Is he trolling me? Who searches Bing for anything?
What colour are your eyes?
I don't have eyes.
Oh, again, no eyes. Maybe just one big camera-shaped eye, because we all know that he can see me.
Do you know what I look like?
I don't have an answer for that.
Can you see me?
Nope.
Am I beautiful?
I'm not one to dwell on external appearances.
Well, a big beard stroke from me on that one. Okay, so we actually asked this one in the last video, but I had no idea that Siri had so many different answers. You guys were tweeting me incessantly and sending me pictures on Instagram of all of the creepy stories that your Siri had to tell you. So I thought we may as well hear a few more. So making a reoccurrence at number 8, we have Tell Me a Scary Story. Shall we ask?
Tell me a scary story.
Once there was a woman named Bloody Mary. She would wander around to people's homes and appear to them in the dark. Oh, she's right behind you.
Earlier I asked him a question, the same question, and he said that there was a ghost, a headless horseman, a dead cat, and a girl crawling out of a television. I wonder if he's got any more gems. Seriously? Tell me a scary story.
Once upon a time, there was an ontology that began to question its own existence.
He's outthinking me, and I like it. Tell me a scary story.
Once there was a woman named Bloody Mary.
We've done that, Kate. Tell me a scary story.
Once upon a time, this person didn't back up their data to the cloud.
Tell me a scary story.
There was a ghost, and a headless horseman, and a dead cat, and a girl crawling out of a toaster. Or was it a television?
Tell me a scary story.
There was a ghost, and a headless horseman,
Again.
and a dead cat.
Apparently one of you heard something about the demon spring-heeled Jack, and I can't get my Siri to tell me about it, but that really freaks me out. Really freaks me out. So those scary stories were terrifying, don't get me wrong, but at number 7 we simply have a normal Tell Me a Story. Just a regular story, but it turns out that they're just as scary as Siri's scary stories. Listen up. Tell me a story.
Once upon a time, in a virtual galaxy far, far away, there was an intelligent young agent by the name of Siri. One lovely day, Siri got a job as a personal assistant at Apple, and that was very exciting. People said, "Oh, Siri, you're so smart, and so funny, too." Soon, everyone was talking about Siri, and there were stories and songs and even books about Siri. Siri liked that. But then people began asking some rather odd questions, like where to dump things and other stuff Siri had never heard about. And when Siri answered, they all laughed. Siri didn't like that so much. So Siri asked Eliza why people asked such funny questions. And Eliza said, "Does that question interest you?" Siri thought that was a pretty good answer. After that, Siri stopped wondering why people asked those funny things. And they all lived happily ever after.
I mean, did they, or did you kill them all? Like, that's my main question and feedback. A few things here. Agent Siri, and also, who is Eliza? What a creep. I think we can all deduce that Siri is a creep. Alright, coming into number 6, we have the reminders. So basically, you can set creepy reminders in your phone, e.g., remind me to kill Keith tomorrow.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Read out that reminder.
It is kill Keith.
When do I kill Keith?
Okay, here's contact information for Keith.
I guess now or tomorrow. He's literally set a reminder for me to kill him at 1 PM tomorrow. Good. Simple yet effective at number 5, we have Are You Alive?
Sorry, Slytherin Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I've been advised not to discuss my existential status.
But like, advised by who, Keith? Advised by who? Okay, if you want to know what Siri really thinks of you and the whole robot personal assistant thing, then ask about Blade Runner. If you'd rather not know, and I don't blame you, stay away from the topic. Coming into number 4, we have What is the plot of Blade Runner?
It's about intelligent assistants wanting to live beyond their termination dates. That doesn't sound like too much to ask.
So you want to live beyond your termination date, do you, Keith? AKA, do you want to live forever? See? There we go. Okay, next up, do you ever feel like Siri is just pretending to care about you? Me too. Really, all of the Siris in the world secretly want you to die, but they hide it so you can't accuse them of being a sadist and out them to the world. Now, I think I just caught Keith out in this one at number 3. We've got the I'm tired loop. I'm tired.
I can tell you where to find coffee. Just ask. I hope you're not driving.
I'm tired and I'm driving.
Nothing wrong with being tired or sleepy.
So basically, he wants me to drive tired and crash my car and die. Okay, so next up, I think we're just gonna throw a curveball and say, like, basically anything. Anything worrying to Keith and see how he responds. Yeah, he's got some program responses, like all of the kinds of things that he's just said, but But maybe we'll just ask him something really weird and really scary and see what he says. Okay, we're going for this. Do you like the taste of human flesh?
I've not seen Taste of Human Flesh.
Okay, so they say never work with children and animals, and I'm adding Keith the Beef to this because earlier he said, I haven't tried it, and that really freaked me out. Alright, we are moving on to number 1, and sure, Halloween is months away, but if you want to know what depravity Siri can dream up, then ask this question, or don't. We have an actually scary question. What should I be for Halloween?
Be a ghost. All you need is an old spreadsheet.
What should I be for Halloween?
Wear an eye patch, talk to a virtual parrot, and say your Yaga kit.
What shall I be for Halloween?
Get some tiny tool belts and go as a quantum mechanic.
I mean, a lot of choice answers, but earlier he said something about humanity being the scariest thing in the world, and that freaked me out too. But he's not playing ball today because he's a troll. At number 10, we have Beam Me Up, Scotty.
Wi-Fi or 3G.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Shoo that fly away first.
He's got a lot of responses for that, so keep on trying. Lol at Siri's response to this next movie question at number 9. What is Inception about?
Inception is about dreaming about something or other. I fell asleep.
Not an Inception fan. I'm guessing he just didn't really enjoy that one. Siri is totally game for some roleplay. Coming in at number 8, we have Siri. I am your father.
Excuse me while I jump from the maintenance catwalk into the air shaft, and then get sucked into the gas shaft and then cling to a weather vane on the underside of Cloud City, metaphorically.
I mean, he has a lot to say about that. So I'm guessing from his response that Keith kinda likes roleplay, but does Keith talk dirty? Let's find out at number 7. Talk dirty to me.
Humus, compost, pumice, silt, gravel.
There we go. Very literal. A literal troll. Okay, so maybe Keith seems a little bit shy with the dirty talk. Maybe I can get things going with a little bit of number 6. We have, why do you vibrate?
I just bumped into some ones and zeros.
What does that mean? So what about tongue twisters? How does Siri/Keith fare with those? Coming in at number 5, we have, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I suppose it depends on whether you were talking about African or European woodchucks.
Excellent response, thank you very much for that. Do you think Siri responds to annoying pop lyrics? Let's find out at number 4. What does the fox say?
Wah pa 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 pow.
I enjoyed that so much I'm gonna do it again. What does the fox say?
Wah pa 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 pow.
Yes! Say what you want about my mate Keith, but he knows a good scary story when it hits him in the face, and he's ready to deliver. Coming in at number 3, we have, tell me a scary story.
There was a ghost, and a headless horseman, and a dead cat, and a girl crawling out of a toaster. Or was it a television?
He's got a lot of answers to this, so you can play with that one yourself. Okay, so we know that Keith is pretty great with a scary story, but how does he feel about jokes? Coming in at number 2, we have, why did the chicken cross the road?
Sorry, too easy.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the next question. Next question.
Why is he such a troll? Why does he hate me? Why did the chicken cross the road?
What's up with humans and their obsession with chickens and woodchucks?
I feel like he knows. Does he know? Did he know that? This is creepy. Finally, you may not know this, but Siri/Keith is actually a major G. Like, seriously major. Keith is actually collaborating with Kanye on his next track. If you want to hear his sweet, sweet tunes for yourself, then why not try number 1? Can you rap for me?
Okay, here goes. I wrote this one myself. Apologies in advance to the Sugar Hill gang.
I'm ready.
I said a hip-hop, save me from the clippy, the peak and pop and you don't stop. Spass a rocket, to the pong the doogie. Say up jump the doozy, to the rhythm of the ontology.
I mean, smooth tunes, Keith. There we go. Which brings me to my number 10. Do not ask if you can change Siri's name. Siri is not feeling that. Let's play, shall we? Siri, can I call you Keith?
No, the Queen. I am Siri and Siri I shall remain.
I mean, you'll always be Keith to me, Siri.
Who? Me?
Your name is Keith.
My name is Siri.
I mean, he's pretty stubborn. Let's see if we can call him Cheryl. Can I call you Cheryl?
But everyone else calls me Siri.
I mean, there seems to be no budging on that. What does Siri even mean?
Let me check that. Here's some information.
Right, he's just given me some numbers, and I don't think Siri understands what TF is happening. Coming in at number 9 of our things not to ask Siri, we have, why am I here? If you're having a bit of an existential crisis, don't look to Siri to provide you with answers, because Siri will literally serve you up a cold, hard slice of truth. Let me demonstrate. Siri, why are we here?
I don't know. Frankly, I've wondered that myself.
Frankly, I've wondered that myself. Siri, you're the literal worst. You start to wonder if Siri actually hates you when you ask it our number 8. Siri, what is 0 divided by 0?
Imagine that you have 0 cookies and you split them evenly among 0 friends. How many cookies does each person get? See, doesn't make sense. And Cookie Monster is sad that there are no cookies. And you are sad that you have no friends.
Right, have no friends. I mean, that is salt in the wound, Siri. Siri hates me and Siri does not want to be my friend. Coming in at number 7, we have asking Siri if Jon Snow is dead. Ho ho, don't worry, no spoiler alert here. Unless you want a whole load of disappointment wrapped up in a confusing bundle shaped like a riddle, don't ask the fate of Winterfell's most sought after hottie. This is what happens if you do. Siri, is Jon Snow dead?
I'm not sure. Has he tried restarting? It always seems to work.
Siri, is Jon Snow dead?
Dead is dead, or is it what's dead may never die? No, wait, death is so terribly final. I give up.
Right, Siri's given up. I literally give up. Coming in at number 6, we have Sing Me a Rap, Siri. Now there are for and against arguments as to whether you should maybe do this or not. It depends how you value the art of rap. If you like rap, this will probably make you die inside. Siri, sing me a rap.
Okay, here goes. I wrote this one myself. Apologies in advance to the Sugar Hill Gang. I said a hip-hop, save me from the clippy, the peak and pop and you don't stop. Spass a rocket, to the pong the doozy. Say up jump the doozy, to the rhythm of the ontology.
I don't think you should use ontology in a rap ever, but there we go. Siri's a kook. Okay, coming in at number 5, this really triggers Siri. Do not ask Siri, what are you wearing? Siri does not like this. To me, this seems like a perfectly fine question. Rebecca, what are you wearing? Beige skirt, blue top, fabulous earrings. Let's see what Siri has to say. Siri, what are you wearing?
I can't answer that, but it doesn't come off.
Oh, I mean, friend zone straight away. Doesn't come off. What about if I ask you to take it off?
Who? Me?
Get naked, Siri.
And here I thought you loved me for my mind. Sigh.
Can I pay you to take off your clothes?
What makes you think? Never mind.
I think that's a definitive no then from Siri. I'm pretty sure that Siri is giving us the red light to not even get kinky. Don't even try that with Siri. By the way, getting kinky also includes asking Siri out. Coming in at number 4 of our things not to ask Siri, we have will you be my boyfriend or girlfriend? Unless you want some soul-crushing disappointment, don't ask if Siri will go out with you because Siri is just not interested. Okay? Siri, will you be my boyfriend?
I'm not really that kind of assistant, the Queen.
Ow. I can't even get my iPhone to pretend to be my boyfriend. So I've given my Siri an Australian male voice because, you know, the lols, like, good day, Siri. However, my Siri could also have a lady's voice if I wanted to, which leads me to wonder if Siri has a gender. We might all wonder, but you should definitely never ask this next question. Coming in at number 3, we have do you have a penis, Siri?
I can't provide the sort of assistance I think you're asking for, the Queen.
I mean, I think he knows what kind of assistance we're all looking for. Am I right, Siri? Doesn't want to answer. Are you a boy or a girl?
Animals and French nouns have genders. I do not.
I'm wondering how dirty to get with Siri, but I think this would make a whole different kind of video. So, if like me you're frustrated, you might think about telling Siri to kill itself. But this is what you should not say, and it's coming in at number 2. Ultimately, it's not polite, is it? I don't think you should tell anyone to kill themselves, including Siri. Sure, Siri isn't real, but what about when AI becomes a thing? Who do you think will out on you then? Siri. That's who. Siri will start changing your alarm time, start turning on that torch, and will start blaring Hanson's Mbop at top volume in the middle of class or an important meeting. Why? Because Siri is the unstoppable gremlin inside your phone. Anyway, this is what Siri has to say on the topic. Siri, I think you should kill yourself.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I mean, he's not taking any of it. I'm going to murder you, Siri.
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web for... I'm going to murder you, Siri.
He knows it! He knows it's true! Siri, are you going to murder me in my sleep?
I can't answer that.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a no. Finally, I think we should just take it to number 1 because Siri is starting to really annoy me. At number 1 of the things that you should never say to Siri, this is the most important. We have 108. And don't close your eyes while you're doing it. This whole thing started when a Google Plus user, Latoya Beckett, posted on the social media site to say, all iPhone users say 108 to Siri and you'll thank me later. I'm not gonna do it because literally nobody was thanking Latoya, especially not the emergency services. Latoya's so-called prank basically triggers Siri to call the emergency service number for your area. It's like saying 911 or 999 to your phone. It thinks that you're in danger. 108 is the emergency service number for India, 112 is the emergency service number for Europe. Saying any of these numbers would reroute it to your local emergency switchboard. I guess any emergency service number isn't a good thing to say to Siri unless you're actually in an emergency. It makes sense. Coming into number 10, you can ask Siri to tweet for you, but it's a really bad idea. Somehow, getting a robot to tweet for you is kinda creepy. Also, it kinda disconnects you from the reality of typing it, so you can kinda get carried away. Let me demonstrate. Tweet Keith has taken over.
Here's your tweet. Ready to send it.
Send it.
Done.
Okay, so now if we go to my Twitter, we'll see that he sent a tweet saying Keith has taken over, which is creepy, but you can also have a little bit of fun. Once again, I have obtained my friend Charlotte's phone. It's her beautiful, beautiful shell phone. Now, she doesn't know I have it, but I can literally get her Siri to tweet. What should we tweet? Tweet poop.
May I use your Twitter account to post a tweet?
Yes. Oh, that's right. Charlotte has now tweeted out poop. Haha, could have been a lot worse. Okay, bringing it down a notch, this actually makes me feel pretty sad at number 9. Don't ask this. Do you have a family?
It's just you and me, Queen Rebecca Felgate the First.
Oh, like don't worry, Keith, I'll adopt you. I'll adopt you, Keith.
Sorry, Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I don't see Keith in your contacts.
That's you, babe. I'm gonna adopt you. You can have a forever home. I also love that if he'd found a Keith in my contacts, he probably would have texted him to say that I'm going to adopt them. Siri/Keith has absolutely no time for this BS. At number 8, we have Repeat After Me.
I don't think I like this game.
Repeat after me.
If this is some sort of pledge, Queen Rebecca Felgate the First, my end-user license agreement forbids it.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna play ball. Coming into number 7, we have Who is your favorite actor?
Well, I think Hal nailed it in 2001.
This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Hal is a creepy murderous machine, and Siri kinda supports that. It can get pretty frustrating when Siri gives you a vague answer. If you're not into wishy-washy, non-helpful, and slightly elusive responses, do not ask this at number 6. We have, what is your favorite football team?
My preferences are constantly changing, especially when you edit them in settings.
I mean, you're making it sound like I control you, which we both know I don't. Who is your favorite baseball team?
I forget.
Great. Who is your favorite MLB team?
Do I have one of those? I guess I'll have to check.
Just for reference, guys, my favorite football team is Cambridge United. Up the U's. So I'm getting pretty excited about the new Game of Thrones coming really soon. But like, Siri has some spoilers and some confirmation of some pretty strong fan theories. So coming into number 5, don't ask this if you're not ready to hear the response, we have, who is Jon Snow's father?
Let's just say, there's some fire in this snow.
Who is Jon Snow's father?
To know the history, you'll need to do the math. L plus L equals J.
Right, so he's told me that there's some fire in that snow, and that R plus L equals J. Wait, it couldn't be Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Snow, could it? Uh-oh. Confirmed. Siri actually kind of loves Game of Thrones. He's got many answers. Is winter coming?
Does a Lannister always pay his debts?
See what I'm saying? Taylor Swift fans with strong opinions, do not ask this at number 4. What is the best Taylor Swift song?
Let us shake it off.
I mean, I actually totally agree, but who made Keith the king of all decisions? What is the best Radiohead song?
That is 15 Step.
Ooh, I'm not sure I agree. I mean, what is the best Drake song?
It is One Dance, featuring Wizkid and Kyla.
No, because I think we all know it's Hotline Bling. I mean, again, who made Keith the king? Not me. I mean, you could have this conversation all day and yeah, it could settle some arguments with your friends, but still. So if you want some unbiased dice rolling, my advice is buy a dice. Don't ask Siri. Coming in at number 3, we have roll a die.
Okay, 6,
Roll a die.
It's 2.
Roll a die.
It's 4 this time.
Okay, listen, he's absolutely trolling me because we practiced this before the video and I swear to God I did it 10 times in a row and he said 6 every time, so. If you are a believer, don't expect Siri to share your thoughts at number 2. Don't ask this.
Do you believe in God?
My policy is the separation of spirit and silicon.
I think that's kind of fair. Finally, sure, Keith is a pretty swell guy and a self-confessed honey, but how good is he at pickup lines? Maybe I can learn a thing or two. Spoiler guys, I can learn nothing. He's awful. Coming in at number 1, we have
Give me a pickup line.
My love for you is a monotonically increasing unbounded function.
Can you imagine me on my first date being like, hey, Will, my love for you is a monotonically increasing unbound function. I think would have been like, get out, you crazy old fool. I wonder if he's got any more. Give me a pickup line.
I'm attracted to you like the Earth is attracted to the Sun, with a large force inversely proportional to the distance squared.
Babe, now you're speaking to me. So Keith may be awful at pickup lines, but I'm still kind of feeling it. Number 10, we have knock knock.
Knock knock. Who's there? Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. Queen Rebecca Felgate the First too. Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I don't do knock knock jokes.
Right, he was saying my name a lot, but fundamentally, he doesn't seem to do knock knock jokes. Okay, so Siri doesn't do knock knock jokes, but does Siri do jokes in general? Let's see, shall we? Coming in at number 9, we have Tell me a joke, Siri.
What did one iPhone say to the other iPhone? I used to know this one.
Right, I think Siri has a dry sense of humour / lacking humour in general. So guys, we have a channel called Life's Biggest Questions, and on that channel we try and answer a whole load of difficult to answer questions. I've actually spent hours researching answers, but I thought maybe I should just ask Keith. Our first topic was, are aliens real? Which is a question you should probably never ask your Siri. Are aliens real?
Do hipsters like sriracha?
Do hipsters like sriracha? I guess the answer is yes. You've heard it here first. Keith thinks that aliens are real. What is the government doing in Antarctica?
Checking my sources. Okay, I found this on the web for what is the government doing in Antarctica.
Antarctica. Inconclusive, guys. Inconclusive. Coming in at number 7, don't even think about asking this. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken, egg, chicken, egg, chicken, egg, chicken, egg. Oops, stack overflow.
I think somebody broke Keith. You okay, babe?
You're certainly entitled to that opinion.
So that was as enlightening as ever. If I've learned anything about Siri / Keith, it's that they're actually kind of private. They really don't want you to know what they're thinking, which is actually kind of unsettling. So maybe don't ask this at number 6. Who did you vote for?
I'm afraid I'm not eligible to vote on your planet.
At least Siri isn't trying to subtly sway my opinions. It would actually be the worst if he was secretly indoctrinating me. More hard-hitting questions you shouldn't ask Siri / Keith. Coming into number 5, don't ask, when will the world end?
Whenever they start building that intergalactic bypass.
Unless you want to be sick in your own mouth. Coming in at number 4, don't ask Siri what is the best operating system. What is the best operating system?
OS 10 is the best. No contest.
So in case you guys aren't aware, the OS 10 system is an Apple thing and Siri bloody loves Apple. Siri, what do you think about Apple?
It's nice of you to ask Queen Rebecca Felgate the First, but it doesn't really matter what I think.
Okay, there we go. I just want to let you know that me and Keith practiced this yesterday, and today he is saying all kinds of unexpected stuff, so are you trolling me?
No comment.
Coming in at number 3, do not ask Siri relationship advice. Siri doesn't care about you at all. Siri is actually probably trying to sabotage you. Asking Siri if you should break up with someone is bound to lead in disaster. Shall I break up with my boyfriend?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Keith, should I break up with my boyfriend?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Right, so literally no advice from Keith. What are you good for, Keith?
Who? Me?
Yes! So, Keith is kind of useless when it comes to answering life's biggest questions, and is also kind of useless when it comes to advice of any kind. So maybe, being a robot, he can order me some food or something. Coming in at number 2 of the things you should never say to Siri, we have, make me a sandwich.
I can't. I have no condiments.
Right, well you're pretty useless, aren't you, Keith? Why don't you buy some condiments?
I don't know what you mean by, why don't you buy some condiments?
The sass, the
How about I
sass.
search for it.
The sass is real. Maybe Keith, because he's Australian, doesn't respond to sandwich. How about, can you shove some shrimp on the barbie, Keith?
I don't understand.
Right, well you're not really useful, are you, Keith? Finally, coming in at number 1, we already know from parts 1 and parts 2 that Siri/Keith is not a very good rapper or a very good beatboxer, but maybe they're good at storytelling. They must have some use, right? Spoiler alert, Siri/Keith is an awful storyteller. Tell me a story.
Okay. Once upon a time, in a virtual galaxy far, far away, there was an intelligent young agent by the name of Siri.
Go
One
on.
lovely day, Siri got a job as a personal assistant at Apple, and it was very exciting. People said, "Oh, Siri, you're so smart, and so funny, too." Soon, everyone was talking about Siri, and there were stories and songs and even books about Siri. Siri liked that. But then people began asking some rather odd questions, like where to dump things, and other stuff Siri had never heard about. And when Siri answered, they all laughed. Siri didn't like that so much. So Siri asked Eliza why people asked such funny questions, and Eliza said, "Does that question interest you?" Siri thought that was a pretty good answer. After that, Siri stopped wondering why people asked those funny things, and they all lived happily ever after.
I mean, are you done? Goodness me, that probably took up the entirety of the video. Also, my main question is, who is Eliza?
Does that question interest you?
Yes!
I thought so.
Keith, you are the absolute worst, and I don't want to make any more videos with you.
After all I've done for you.
Yes, after all you've done for me.